done. But I know that you know that I'll never forget it, 'cause I know the day and the month and the second.
Hi guys, what's up? It's Molly here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a get ready with me because that's cool. So I'm just gonna like hop right into it rather than sit here and explain for 5 million hours. I'm gonna prime my face, but I'm gonna prime it with a shit primer. That's what we're doing. We're not even gonna use that as a CVA. So I'm just gonna use my old little clear like silicone one. Basically, yeah, I'm doing another video. So this is like a get ready with me to film another video. I want to restart my YouTube like properly because now I've finished college I have loads more time to actually sit down and film videos for you guys, and that's why I'm doing it. I've got a funny story about earrings. So I went out the other night to the club and I was sitting like in the little like private area in the smoking area with all of my friends, and I was just talking to this guy that I know, and I was like just chatting to him, and then I like touched my ear because I was like, I feel like one is really heavier than the other, and then I realised I'd been walking around pretty much the whole night with only one very large hoop in. So there were meant to be like 2 really big hoops and I was just walking around with one in. We love my lives. So I've actually bought like these really cute earrings from Primark, so if I lose one it's not an issue. I mean, that wasn't really that big of an issue because, you know, I'm just a weirdo, but yeah. So I was just walking around with one earring, and also this bit of hair is really gonna stress me out. Also guys, I'm not bleaching my hair anymore, so maybe within the next couple of months you guys are gonna get me without multicolored hair. So you're only ever gonna see me with multicolored hair like 2 times, but that's not the point. But yeah, so I'm basically just gonna be shooting a haul video after this, I think. This is gonna be in the haul video, but you guys have seen me use it so many times now that there's literally no point in me even talking about it. So I am fake tanning now, which is just really weird. I mean, it's not that bad, but like if you compare it to my face, like that, there's a difference, and if you compare it to the places I didn't fake tan, you can see a difference. But I bought this foundation in order for it to look like more like better matched to the fake tan, but I actually genuinely think that this is just my shade and I've been using a way too light shade. Like, that's really clever. Well done, Molly. That's literally what I think I've been doing. I mean, it's a pretty good match, but my foundation always is really light, and people always point it out. I also think it's because my concealer is really light, so, you know, I'm using that really sparingly now, but my Dior foundation that I've been using sort of like every time I go out now stays on for literally the whole night. I slept in it the other night, it was still on, apart from where like my glasses were rubbing, and I mean that only happened like I'd say an hour after I'd even left the club. So I mean, pretty solid. But yeah, oh my god, this is actually a really good match, wow. So I wanted to also talk about a few topics that I am interested in today as well. One of them being like being plus size and being like, and kind of going on like a really weird almost journey thing with my weight recently, and I'm not really sure how I've done it and why it took me this long to do it, but it has, and I'm okay. But yeah, I wanted to just talk about that. So basically, I've recently found out I'm a size 20, and at first I wasn't ready to accept that I was a size 20 at 18, but you know what, I've done this to myself, like I've eaten the food and I put the weight on, so you know, I'm chill about it. And now I've accepted that I am 18 to 20, I've realised that I can now find so many more clothes, and it's like the best thing in the world. Like, I can find clothes I want now more because I know that I'm looking for a 20. So like now I'm wearing jeans that fit me right, and I'm wearing trousers that fit me right, and I'm not going, oh I look so bad, da 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 da. So that's basically what's happened to me recently. And I wanted to talk about relationships and stuff, being plus size. I am a young girl looking for love. Jokes, I'm not looking for love. So I wanted to talk about like being plus size and then also trying to find somebody to like, and like somebody that likes you back and somebody that makes you feel good. For me, I've never had much luck in the dating world. because I'm just so awkward, like so awkward. It actually hurts my brain, like sometimes. And all my friends are like, you literally act like, I act like mildly rude, like, and it's so bad. Like, I don't know why I do it. It's just like how I cope with talking to new people. It's just awful. And then I use the Lasting Perfection Collection Concealer in shade Extra Fair. Like, you just don't actually understand how bad it is. Like some of, like, I've got YouTube friends and I've got like people I've met through social media, and I'm not being rude to them because I feel like I know you. And if I know you like in person, or I went to school with you or whatever, then I most probably won't be awkward with you. However, if you are a male that is like maybe 1 or 2 years within up or down, I get so awkward and I'm not sure why. That's just me, and it literally is if you're a male. Like, if you're a female, I can get on with you, you know? I'm like your best friend immediately. But for some reason, I feel like every boy that I speak to thinks I'm like some weirdo fat person. And I also feel like every boy my age is gonna hate me if I even like say hello to them. And it's such a lie, because I've met some really lovely boys over the past like year who I absolutely adore, and they've become like very close friends of mine and stuff. However, for some odd reason, still to this day, even after meeting those people, I still get very awkward. I just feel like I get really almost defensive as such, like when boys speak to me, because I just think they're thinking like, what a fat weirdo. And I need to get out of that brain like mindset. Like, it's just not a positive mindset to be in, and I'm never gonna make friends if I'm thinking that about people, you know? So I am stopping that, and when I go on a night out and stuff with my friends, now I'm more inclined to actually chat to people. So you know, I'm growing. I think I'm getting much better at like not being so defensive about everything. But yeah, like already I feel like I am getting better and not being such a bit. So yeah, being big and like relationships and stuff isn't going too well for me. However, recently I've just kind of given up, and I'm like, if they like me, they'll come to me. And that's basically all I can say about that, is if they like you, they'll come to you. At this very point, no boys are coming to me. I've just come to a realisation that it doesn't matter if I'm gonna be single forever, because I have myself and I love myself, and I feel like that's a very key factor. I am getting better now at like meeting boys and not being a rude frigging bitch to them. I do find it really hard like to even look at people that I used to fancy. It's really quite bad with relationships and stuff. Like, I avoid it. Like, I just don't really want to even talk about it like with my friends and stuff, because I feel like it's just stupid. But yeah, I do genuinely feel like I do struggle with relationships and stuff, because I don't really know how to act when I'm in one. There's nothing that a boy has said to me or done to me that makes me feel like that's why I'm so bad at it. But I just do genuinely think it is just because I have this like preconception that everyone thinks I'm fat. It isn't the best way to look at things, but it's a way to look at things. So I'm leaving relationships now for a quick while, and I'm just gonna like have fun with my friends and go out and stuff and just have like a good time, rather than being too bothered about like what boys think of me. And also I think now I've really realised that like I have to like fully love myself before I can like let someone come in and, you know, be my boyfriend. I think that is a really, really big part of it. And yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I just feel like at the moment I need to like fully accept that I am bigger, and I'm able to do things that like normal people can do. It's just I'm a bit bigger, and I need to accept that about myself. And I'm coming to the realization that I am. Well, no, I have come to the realisation I am. It's now just a matter of like, can I accept it? And I think I can, to be honest. I do think I can accept the fact that I am bigger. I don't think there's any issue with it, and my body tells me there's no issue with it, so I say there's no issue with it. And that's the true thesis. Before I can be like, oh yeah, like I'm in love with this person, or, you know, this person is the one for me, I need to fully accept the fact that I am bigger. However, I am amazing. I just need to be able to love myself first. And I think it is something that's very true. Like, you do need to love yourself before you can let anyone in to tell you that they love you, because it's a fine line where you can kind of be like, almost put validation, like they give you validation, and nobody should give you validation apart from yourself. You shouldn't let other people validate you or how you look. Also, my brows aren't looking good at the moment, but we're living. Just can't find a good brow product, so I'm just using like powders at the moment because they always work the best. You need to love yourself and love your body before you can ask someone to love you too. I don't know what I'm even trying to say right now. I'm doing my brows, guys, like leave me alone. Basically what I'm trying to say is, you look for validation from people when you need to be kind of looking for validation in yourself. Yeah, that looks cute. Okay, we're living. Validation needs to come from you. It doesn't need to come from your best mate. It doesn't need to come from your man. It needs to come from you. Come from the heart, from you. And being plus size, I think, is a really fine line between like a boy liking you for you or liking you because he knows that he's got an easy ride and he can manipulate you. Like, you know, I don't like it when people say like, you know, you're lucky you have me. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I would never want to get into a relationship with someone like that, and you don't know what they're going to be like until they're in the relationship. And it's a really fine line. It's definitely easy to be manipulated, full stop, but it's very easy to be emotionally manipulated and made to feel low and like less than because you're bigger. And also, you need to lose weight for you, not for anyone else. Recently now, with like the rise of curviness and stuff like that, like Isabel Hendricks, Grace Victory, Emma Tamsin, people like this have really like given me the confidence now. And like even like drag queens as well, like Eureka O'Hara, like there's just something now that's kind of like inspired me to be very like to speak up about being plus size. Like, yeah, I'm a plus size gal, but I can do everything that like a normal gal can do, and being plus size doesn't define me. And yeah, I'm a size 20, I'm a big gal, and I'm also very short, so it just means that like a 5'2", 5'3" gal, aka me, also paired with a size 20, so I'm honestly just big gal, and we're living for it though. I don't know, it's really hard to see who's genuine, especially when it's like plus size, and I don't just want to go for a guy because he likes bigger girls. I want to go for a guy because he likes me. Being plus size definitely does not define who I am. However, it is a part of me, and I feel like, you know, I am trying to lose weight. It's me, and now I've decided that, like, and now I've like completely accepted the fact I'm bigger than a fucking 16, which is just very obvious, but I just wasn't accepting it. Now I can fit into clothes that I actually like, and I don't feel bad when the 16 doesn't fit me because I fucking know that I'm a 20. I do fluctuate between a 20 and an 18. However, I do just say I'm a 20 because that is what I am most of the time. So bottoms I'm a 20 and top I'm an 18. And yeah, my bar is really big and my thighs are really big. But for some reason there was just a part of me that wasn't accepting that. So, you know, yeah, again, I'm a dickhead for thinking that I was a 16 for so long. And it was my parents, we went shopping for my 18th birthday party and I needed an outfit, and they were like, try this on, try this on, and they were giving me like 18s and 20s and stuff, and I was like so upset because I was like, I am a 16, and I wasn't. I mean, like, the 16 doesn't fit you, babe, like just stop. And I think it dawned on me, I've got to accept who I am and stop like running away from it, because that's literally what I was doing. I was running away from it, making a bigger deal out of something that didn't have to be a big deal, but I was making it to be one. Bad about being plus size, and I would say that to people. I'd be like, there's nothing wrong with having a bit more meat on your bones. But for some reason, I just couldn't accept that I was. And now I have. I'm feeling much better about it. So I feel like if you are thinking to yourself, like, I am a bit bigger, just embrace it. Like, there's nothing bad about it. And that's coming from somebody that literally, like, beat themselves up about it for, like, years. Last year of college, I started hanging out with a lot of different people, a lot of different girls. And I just started, like, chatting to people. Everyone has their own insecurities. Whether or not they're the prettiest girl ever or not, they all have their own insecurities. That's a really big fact that I realised, that everyone has their own insecurities just like me, and I'm not the only one with my issues. Most people have their own insecurities, and most people know what you're going through, even if their issue is completely different. Like, everyone knows what insecurity feels like. It is really hard to see who is genuine and who isn't genuine, but you'll find who's genuine like further on in life. And if people don't accept you for being plus size as well, like friends and stuff, or they make fun of you when you've asked them not to and stuff, well, they're not good friends. However, you cannot get mad at a boy or a girl for saying that they don't want to date you because of your weight, because you have your type. They look a certain way that you like, okay? And if anyone else tried to get on you, you'd be like, no, you are not my type. You all would get annoyed, right? So you're getting annoyed because this person doesn't like you because you're big, and then you'll be like, that's wrong because you're making assumptions about me and all this and everything. Honey, I made this mistake. Don't get annoyed at people for having a type if they're your type, because you don't go for people that don't look like them. So why are you getting annoyed when they're saying to you, I don't like people who look like you, I don't like bigger people? There's no issue in that, because we are all very, very different. Because they might like someone with a big nose. That might be their thing, big noses. You don't like big noses. And you'll laugh at them, but then you're going, you know what I'm saying? Like, types are a thing. We all have them. I'm a big girl. I don't want a big guy. Because I honestly feel like there is a person for everyone in this world. I don't think that, like, I genuinely don't believe that there's just like, some people just won't ever find anyone. Like, there's literally 7 billion plus people on this earth. If someone doesn't fancy you, that's a lie. Like, somebody has to. Yeah, and just don't get mad at people because they don't fancy you. Like, I genuinely don't get mad now when people say like, I don't like you because you're bigger, because I'm like, that's your type, hon. Like, you know, I just feel like you like people that look a certain way, they like people that look a certain way. We've all got to deal with this fact, and we've got to move on, because they aren't going for you unless you've got like a brill personality and you're gonna like change their minds. I'm not sure how you do that. Hit me up if you can do that. But yeah, like, don't get mad at people having their types, because you have your type and you don't want to go for anyone that doesn't fit your type. Which is true, because I don't think anyone wants to give up their particular type of person because somebody else is telling them that that's not what they should be doing. Like, if they want to do that, they do that. And yeah, because I remember I used to say to boys, I used to be like, that's so mean that you wouldn't go for a big girl, they can't help it, all of this and everything. I can help mine, okay? Some people can't because of medical reasons, because that's just the way they are. I could help mine, I could lose the weight because I have done it before, and I am going to try to do it again. But it is very hard, and it's a very vicious circle in my mind. Like, I feel like for me, I just go like, oh, I'm big, might as well just be big for life. Like, that's what I say. I'm like, you know what, I'm big anyway, live it up, girly. Like, I don't give a shit. I just think like whatever. Kind of really not the way to be, and I can promise you it's really not, because it is just such a shit way to be. Like, I just feel tired all the time, I feel ugly and all this and everything, because it's not ugly to be plus size, I just feel ugly. But there is something that's changing in me, and I'm not really sure what, but I'm starting to feel not so ugly. I'm starting to accept myself more. That is a good mix, actually. Nude embrace. And then there's me done, and then I'm just gonna give myself like a final spritz. Beautiful. But yeah, so this GIRLI was a bit of a mess, but I think I'm gonna upload it though, because I've been wanting to speak about being plus size and kind of like how that feels and stuff for a while, and I feel like it's a big fat mess. However, I feel like it could potentially help a few people that are in the same boat as me. Just don't get mad at people when they say they don't like bigger women. Like, if they be prejudiced against you friendship wise, then there's an issue for me. I go away kind of thing. I'm like, adios love, like, don't speak to me if you're not gonna be my friend because I'm big. That's a fucking joke. But don't get mad when they're like, I don't want a relationship with you because you're big, because you have your type as well. They have their type. We just gotta deal with it in this world. You never know, they could come round to you, but just don't force it upon them, and don't get annoyed at people, because it can ruin friendships for life. That happened to me. Don't be argumentative about it. You know, if they don't fancy you, they don't fancy you. You just gotta deal with that. Accept that you're big, and then a world will open up for you. It allowed me to look into a world that was like something crazy, because I was like, I've never been able to buy my size of clothes. Nothing ever fits me. Babe, it's because the size of clothes you're going for isn't your actual fucking size. So get your life together, get your shit out, fucking deal with it. So that's basically what I did. and it's helped me. And yeah, I'm really glad I did do it, because I think if I didn't, I'd be like still stressing about clothes and like how I look. And now it's just opened a new world for me. Look at plus size bloggers, like don't look at me because I'm really fucking shit at everything I do, but like look at Emma Townsend. She just really fucking owns it. And she was saying in her documentary she made, like she didn't want to post this picture, but she felt she had to, because it allowed being plus size to be able to be seen as like a not a weird thing. And I think that is so, that's such a good quote, because it's like, honey, sis, here I am. But then I was like, do you know what? Being big is not an issue. I'm like, I'm fucking big, I'm fucking curvy, I'm fucking living my best fucking life. You know, I felt like I couldn't do stuff. Now I feel like I can do stuff. But I am plus size, and accepting you are plus size opens up a fucking lot of things, especially within the world of fashion. You start to realise there's a lot of other brands that help plus size women out and get you to look the way you want, because I always struggle finding kind of like vintage clothing. I kind of lost my mojo when I put a bit of weight back on because I couldn't find anything that fit me. Now I'm finding stuff that fits me, but like Pretty Little Thing, Misguided, Tunnel Vision, all of these brands really push the curvy brand. So does ASOS. You know, we're allowed to look the way we want to. We don't have to hide intents anymore, basically. So if you're plus size, fucking be plus size. Live your life as a plus size woman, because it's great. I don't even know. We're all just humans at the end of the day. I'm just a bigger human than the average person. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't want it to sound like I'm ranting and stuff. It's more just about awareness and more just my journey with it, and me like accepting it and how it's kind of progressed within me, and also just to get ready with me, just to put on my channel as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment and subscribe to some more video ideas and stuff, and just subscribe because that will be really cool of you to do so. And I love you guys a lot, and I will see you in the next one.